Alright, it's now about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just driving through Chicago right now. Now you're probably saying, Tiger, why in the hell are you driving through Chicago at 3 o'clock in the morning? It's pretty basic. It's all about timing. You see, EMR from where I'm sitting right now is about 745 miles. That being said, it's going to take about 12 hours for me to drive the entire way. So if I've got to drive over 12 hours, I'm either going to fight traffic the entire time as I go through Chicago rush hour traffic and who knows how many other towns rush hour traffic, or I can get the hell out of Dodge early. I'll let you figure out which one I did. If nothing else, it's going to make an interesting videotape when they pry my dead body out of the car after I fall asleep at the wheel. What do you want? I'm a morbid little sucker. Sweet home, Chicago. Come on. Now, there's another reason to leave Chicago at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that is something called the Dan Ryan Expressway. For those of you not local to Chicago, I don't know who Dan Ryan is or what we did to torque him off. We're driving past U.S. Cellular Field, home of the Chicago White Sox, and this section of road is under incredible construction. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but that entire section is completely torn up. Now what that means is that they've taken 6 lanes of highway and crammed it down to 3. During the day, this is a parking lot. But at 3 o'clock in the morning, just go. And they're even working on it right now, which is kind of cool. And there's a cop over there, so I gotta stop filming now.
Look there, brother, baby, and I'll see what I see. I behave, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago.
It's a little after 7 o'clock on local time, and actually we're making pretty good time. We're almost all the way completely through Indiana, which is good. The sun's just coming up now. That's another good sign. And so far, I think it's so far a pretty good trip. The only downside so far is about 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to stop and get gas for the car, and I ended up ripping my knuckles open on the gas thing. That's not good. However, if this is the worst injury I get the entire trip, I'll be happy. Ask not for whom the driver tolls. And ask not how my tripod manages to stay standing in this vehicle. One thing you'll notice when you drive from the Midwest is that when you're driving down a road, it looks like you can see for miles and miles. Well, here's the truth. You really can. That's because the Midwest is, well, flat and boring, really. So when they design the roads out here, they're just long stretches of highway that pretty much go straight and stay flat. Boring. Now give me a good mountain road in Tennessee or Kentucky. Now we're talking. Yep, I got at least another 3 hours of this crud. Trying to keep it PG rated. I do have a secret weapon on this road trip to try to keep me awake a little bit. It's this stuff right here. It's a super energy booster. And it's supposed to have all sorts of really good stuff in it. What you're supposed to do is supposed to rip it up and take it with water. So throw caution to the wind. Let's give it a try. Yeah, if it fizzes in water, you know it's got to be good for you. Drum roll, please. That's stuff. That's really healthy. Alright, back to the car. Seriously, that is kind of gross. A little bit of an update. We are just outside of Cleveland, Ohio, and the Tiger self-mutilation report. We're up to bandages now. Okay, let me show you some city planning here in Cleveland. See that yellow sign up there? It says 35-mile-an-hour curve, 3/4 of a mile ahead. Now, I want to emphasize, this is a major highway. We're on 90, and check out what this road does. It's radical. It is just amazing. A lot of rumble strips. And there's a lake right in front of us. Whoa! Okay. Major highway barreling down into a lake. Whose good idea was this? I want to know. I want to know whose idea this was. That there? That's one of the Great Lakes. You know, who thought it would be a really good idea to point a highway right at a major lake and then give it almost like a 90-degree bend, just like that? For those of you who live in Cleveland and are used to this, all power to you. But to me, that's just nuts. Okay, see that big, wide open area there? That's water! Okay, I've ranted enough. Just about 3 o'clock local time here, and I'm hitting a wall. Seriously, I'm crashing hard. And to be honest with you, this bites. You know, this is the worst part about doing these monster drives. It's not the first part that gets you; it's the last part. And I'm hitting the wall. Unfun. All right, mission accomplished. At least first part. Found the place I'm staying. Hooray. Now, we'll begin part 2, figuring out if I've got enough energy to make it to the field. The video show. Go ahead and laugh. When you see this on Google Video, you won't be laughing.
And you making millions?
Well, millions of pennies, possibly.